Welcome to Brand Builders TV. Deep dive topics, tools and resources brought to you by global thought leaders from within the Brand Builders Club. This show gives you access to the strategies that you can use to move forward with ease and flow in every area of your life and business. In today's show, Tracy is going to give you a process for maximising your business performance. It has been proven time and again that a good manager can help your team and maximise your business performance, helping the business to thrive and survive, leading to a sustainable business. But what happens if you are the manager, the owner, the cleaner, and everything else in between? Watch this show to find out. Learn it, model it, and get shit done. Let's go.
It would be great to be having some interaction with some of you today. Hopefully we can get some comments going. So, who am I? I am the manager's mentor. I've worked in many different sectors for over 20 years. Oh, just going to move the camera around. I've worked in many different sectors for over 20 years. Hi to see you all on. I broke the mould, Fiona. Excellent. Hey, Mary. Really good to see you on here today. So, this session's going to be about breaking the mould, not following the herd. I've worked with many different sectors for nearly 30 years. So I've been in the supply chain sector for 18 years. And for the last 12 years, I've been mentoring, coaching and training managers just like you. Really great to see many of you joining in already on this live this afternoon. What I'm doing is building a global community of managers who are supported, energised and knowledgeable and skilled at leading their teams to maximise performance. I've got a few notes because I'm a little bit nervous this afternoon. I've got a few notes to prompt me as I go through this session. So what's this all about? Well, I've never followed the herd myself. Throughout my life, I've never followed the herd. I've always tried to break the mould and be a little bit different. And management training, management coaching, management mentoring is no different to that. I've got a real philosophy that actually it needs to be practical. There's lots of theory, there's lots of academic thinking out there about management. But for me, it's about making it much more practical for you, much more practical for you as a business owner, much more practical for you as a manager, perhaps within an organisation. And the community that I'm building is really aimed at giving business owners, executives, entrepreneurs the ability to be skilled at leading their team. Oh, fantastic, Fiona. It's really great. You've never liked the way the herd worked and behaved. Yeah, absolutely. Follow your own path. Don't follow the herd. No, definitely. Oh, Marina, great to see you on today. So as we go through this session, it's about 30 minutes. I'm going to share with you ideas, hints and tips to support your confidence, your knowledge and skills to help you maximise performance, both as a manager and perhaps as a business owner. Because if you work for yourself or you've got a small business and you're looking at growing your team, you want to bring people on for the first time within your organisation, you might not be that familiar with actually managing people. Rather than actually make mistakes, you can learn hints, tips and tricks to actually help you manage people in your business. Traditionally, we don't actually manage. We do very well with management training as a country, as a culture and a business culture. We often wait until we have a problem before we think about coaching, mentoring or training. But actually taking really proactive steps can really help you as a manager. I think many of us will agree. Oh, Marina, it's great that you're here. Many of us will agree that it can be quite a lonely place being a manager. And I've certainly experienced that over the years. It can lead to things like self-doubt and the imposter syndrome. And there are lots of great articles out there. And we've recently published one on my website, so tabarkerassociates.co.uk and across some social media channels. And that imposter syndrome, that self-doubt can really be difficult for a manager to deal with. And what we're trying to do is help you, as I said earlier, gain new skills, increase your confidence, and really help you with that level of self-doubt. But also, our community looks to share challenges and success. So you've got that real safe, supported environment. What I want you to be, and what I really, really advocate, is that actually you're, you're the best version of the manager that you want to be. So, as I said, my reason for not following the herd, is quite ingrained in me as an individual. But from a management perspective, what I've found throughout the years working in the organisations I've worked in is actually that we are quite reactionary. We don't necessarily give managers training when they become a manager. When you get that promotion, you're often expected to know all of the answers. And we don't always know all of the answers. So actually it's really important that you allow yourself to grow as a manager and gain those skills as you go through. Don't get caught in that trap of reactive actions. So upskill yourself, become much more proactive, much more preventative, so that you know what you need to do. Help yourself grow, help yourself increase your role, help yourself grow as a person and gain much more confidence. That's really, really important. So what do I mean about reactionary? Reactionary for me is very much around reacting to a situation, reacting to perhaps a negative thing that's happening in your organisation, perhaps happening with one of your members of your team. So take maybe a performance issue. Perhaps you haven't had to deal with this before and you haven't gained the skills over the years to help you deal with this. Perhaps you don't know what to do. So you've got this member of staff, they're not performing, they're causing you issues. I've had this before. I worked for an organisation. Oh, Mary, yeah, great, proactive and allow time to reflect. Definitely really, really important. So I've had this before, as I was saying, and actually what happened was I received a promotion, went off and worked for a new company. But what became clear in the very, very early days, that there was a member of staff that hadn't been performance managed, and there were some real performance issues there. So I've had experience of this before, and I knew that I needed to address this really early on and really quickly. So what I did was I worked with the HR manager. I worked through the processes, the steps that were needed, and supported the member of staff to really address those performance issues. Now, this had gone on for quite some time before I arrived at that organisation, and it had cost them a lot of money. It cost them a lot of money in terms of what needed to be done, but it also had lost them business. So there were other staff issues around attendance and the lack of issue with this particular person and their lack of performance, and it caused a whole lot of issues. That organisation didn't address it for a long time, and the previous manager didn't really have the skills, the knowledge, or the ability to actually do something about it. So it went unchallenged. But I dealt with it. We worked through with the HR manager, and we resolved the issues and resolved the problems. Longer term, the company was able to turn around what was happening. The situation was much more resolved. But actually, they could have addressed that a lot earlier. They could have saved themselves, money. They could have saved themselves a whole host of challenges. I'm just going to move the camera around slightly because I noticed that I'm straight in the door. So they could have really saved themselves a lot of money long term. So what I really advocate is about taking proactive action, skilling yourself so that you could deal with those types of challenges, skilling yourself so that you know how to address it. What I'd be really interested as we go through this session is just to get some commentary from you, some thoughts in the comments. That would be absolutely brilliant. So have you had experience, or have you witnessed perhaps people within a business, your business, or perhaps other businesses that you've been in before, that have had a performance issue that's gone unchallenged? I'd be really, really interested to hear from you. Please put some comments in. That would be absolutely brilliant. So Martine, there's almost always a whole load of stuff going on, or under the surface, for those with performance issues. Yeah, so So you say, yeah, but usually. Excellent. Oh, we've got a camera issue. Hey, Tatio. I hope I've pronounced that right. Hi, Sammy. So Mary's saying some organisations have a culture where people performance issues are passed around the organisation. Absolutely. So the example that I was particularly talking to you about just a few moments ago actually is in relation to something that just wasn't addressed within an organisation, and difficult people can get moved around the organisation, and that definitely can cause real issues. No, absolutely. That can really cause us some areas of concern. So if you're perhaps a small business owner and you're looking to take staff on, it's really important to be thinking about this particular subject, because when that first or second member of staff starts with you, if you have performance issues and you don't address them, obviously it's going to directly hit your pocket. It's going to directly affect your business. So I would definitely say that's something that is worth you considering learning, definitely. Oh, swiped under the fear of failure carpet. Oh yeah, don't feel that they can share their issues. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm really wanting to build a community of managers that feel supported, Marina. No, definitely. Just transfer to the other team, Mary. Absolutely. No, definitely. Really appreciate that. Really useful insights there. So thank you. What I really want to also move on to is actually the first step that as a manager you can take to really visualize what you want to be within your organization, or perhaps within your business. So I'm going to do a little bit of a visualization exercise. I really want this to be a bit of a breaking the mold for you, really. Perhaps you don't do much visualization in relation to management, but what I want you to do is focus and gain some clarity and some confidence to help you increase your knowledge. Really thinking about what I've said a few moments ago about being a much more proactive manager, not reactionary. I think we all know that if you become more reactionary, it increases your stress levels. It certainly increases a lack of confidence. You feel less confident. It can also create conflict and productivity performance issues. Oh, yeah, just picking up on that, Tracy. Yeah, absolutely. People can know that they're underperforming. So what we're going to do in this visualization exercise is really just start to think about you improving your management skills. So if you're a manager of a business, perhaps it's your own business, think about the things that you can do to actually move your management skills forward and improve your management skills. So what I'd like you to do is wiggle yourself back in your seat. If you're seated, hopefully you're seated, and sit comfortably. Plant your feet on the ground. What we're going to do is have a cycle of 10 deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, or however you find breathing the most comfortable. So in through your nose, out through your mouth, helping to slow down your thoughts of the day. In through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to really try and visualize what it is that you're seeing, what you can see as a manager. So close your eyes and try and clear your mind from thoughts of the day. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. As we start the process of visualization, imagine that you're confident. You're an informed and knowledgeable manager. You may have conflict and challenge to deal with, but you have great confidence. You know how to deal with it the right way. You are enjoying your job. You're supporting your team. You are receiving really positive feedback. Your targets and your work are being achieved. The company is performing really well, and your team is performing well. And you don't dread going into work. You don't dread that Monday morning feeling. You are ready and prepared for those challenging conversations. You can do this. You're becoming the best manager that you want to be. Hold that image of what you'd like to be. Hold that image of positivity. As we begin another 10 cycles of breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold that thought of positivity, of confidence, of how you'd like to be. Slowly open your eyes. Become accustomed to the light. Have a bit of a wriggle. How do you feel? How are you feeling? Were you able to visualise some positivity? It'd be great to hear from you in the comments. Did that work for you? As I take a little bit of water. Relaxed and positive, Teresa. Great. You're able to visualise, Martine. Brilliant. That's excellent. Holding that thought of positivity, holding that thought of the confidence that you want to grow into, that you want to increase your skills, you want to increase your confidence. Excited about what's possible, Mary. Fantastic. Self-aware, Marina, absolutely. Gaining real clarity is really, really important about what you want to do to take on the challenges, definitely. Using positive affirmations and visualizations can help us all with increasing our confidence and how we manage things and how we manage our own confidence levels and our own next steps. So that's one exercise that you can use, and I'd certainly encourage you to come back if you watch the catch up or to try your own visualization, particularly if you're not feeling confident as a manager. You're not feeling confident about what you need to do next. You're not feeling confident about any challenges that you may have ahead of you. I definitely recommend thinking about visualization. For the next part of the session, I want to take you through some practical steps. As the manager's mentor, I really do advocate some practical solutions, practical solution-focused action that you implement within your role. I'm going to take you through my 9 steps to help you break the mould, gain real clarity, and communicate really effectively. Hi Andy, great to see you. Gaining clarity about your communication will really help you communicate, not just with those in your business, not just those within your team. If you're a sole trader or an entrepreneur, communicating with other people within your business network is really important, as we all know. Gaining clarity about what's good communication will really help as well. So being a good leader, being a good manager is about building trust. both with your team and obviously those around you. So step 1, have an open door policy. Be prepared to talk to people. That really encourages engagement and positivity. It's really important. Step 2, being crystal clear with your team. So really setting those expectations and being really clear about what those things are. Don't allow any ambiguity to really sort of cloud the situation. Step 3, use the same language, particularly if you're in a sector that uses a lot of terminology, perhaps abbreviations or jargon, or perhaps you're quite a technical industry. Particularly with your team, make sure they understand the language and that it's really, really appropriate. If they understand what you're saying, that communication, that message that you deliver to them will be much, much easier. Step 4 is about proactive communication. So making sure you're the one that goes to them, particularly if you're going through a challenging situation within your business. Don't wait for them to come to you. Really be clear about the message that you need to impart and the message that you need to give to them. Keep communication, step 5. Keep communication positive. Obviously, you have to have some challenging conversations. You have to have some difficult conversations. But in the whole, the rule of thumb is to have positive communication. Keep it really, really positive. If someone's doing a good job, tell them. Don't be frightened to say well done. That positive reinforcement is really, really important. Also, step 6, become a good listener. And this is really important. Hear what the other person's saying. Don't assume you know what they're saying. It's really easy to do that. Repeat back to them what you think they are saying to you to really gain clarity on what it is they're trying to say to you. Step 7, smile. Be friendly and empathetic. That really, really helps within an organisation or within a role as a manager. Step 8, use people's names. Say their names out loud. We all like to hear our name being said out loud. It really does aid your communication. Step 9, the final step. Be mindful of body language. We can often get caught in the trap of folding our arms or not using eye contact, particularly when you're on a Facebook Live and have got a wobbly tripod. Don't cross your arms, don't stare at the floor. Really try and make your body language open. It does make a huge difference. So I'm just going to take a few moments just to see from you which of these 9 steps, while I take a drink, resonate with you. It'd be great to hear from you. So which of these 9 steps of communication really resonate with you? Really important to look for things to appreciate in a person. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Martine. Yeah, being a good listener. Yeah, it's a real skill, learning to listen, but actually really having an open mind to that. Yeah, Martine, absolutely. Absolutely. Which of these could you possibly implement in your business? Using people's names, Sarah. Hi. Yeah, absolutely. It also helps when, perhaps a bit like me, you're a bit forgetful with people's names unless you've said them a lot of times. That's really, really useful. Yeah. Agree with Martine, Mary. Absolutely. Look for the positives. Everybody's got something positive to contribute. Oh, Teresa, body language. Yeah, no, absolutely. We can get stuck on that, and we all get. I've seen many of us, particularly sitting in meetings and things with arms crossed. Yeah, eye contact. Yeah, absolutely, Mary. really helps build rapport, doesn't it? It really, really does. No, definitely. So as we're coming up close to the end of the session, I've had a few little technical issues with my tripod, so thank you for bearing with me this afternoon. I really hope you enjoyed the session. It really was about helping you gain some clarity, helping you not necessarily follow the herd, and becoming a much more proactive manager. I hope you've got some practical ideas to take away. Be crystal clear, yeah, absolutely, Martine. When we publish the catch-up session, I'll give you the link. I've got some additional resources that you might find useful. I'm going to be back on Brand Builders TV on the 26th of August at 4 p.m. I am the manager's mentor, helping you to gain clarity, confidence and knowledge in your role. I'd love to hear from you. Find me on the social channels, reach out. Really appreciate you watching live today. It's been fantastic to have 11 of you on live. And those of you on catch up, thank you for watching us on catch up.
I hope that you've enjoyed the show today as much as we've enjoyed making it for you. If you've got anything out of this episode, please do tell someone else how they can subscribe to the Brand Builders TV channel at youtube.com/brandbuilderstv. Why not join us at our next Brand Builders Thinkubator, a global mastermind that we run every week to take away the loneliness of being in business on your own. For more information and to book your place, visit light.brandbuilders.club/Thinkubator. That's light.brandbuilders.club/Thinkubator. Until next time, be the ripple that you wish to see in the world, and we'll see you soon.